Hi guys, my name is Taskeen and welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here, and I just want to acknowledge all the new subscribers that I have, and I want to say thank you and how grateful I am. I so much appreciate all the love that I received on my previous video. If you didn't see that video, I will leave it in the cards up here, but it was a simple fun challenge that I did with my siblings and it was super fun. So I'm so glad that you guys liked it. Thank you for all the comments, all the likes and all the shares, just everything that I got on that video. And this is a fairly new channel, so if you are new here, don't worry, you didn't miss out on much. But I did actually have a channel the whole of last year, and I had to lose that channel due to some issue that I had with my email account. So I actually worked hard the entire year to kind of grow on YouTube and gain some subscribers, and then I had to lose that channel and start all from over. So you have no idea how much it means to me to have you here and subscribe to my channel. And I would so much appreciate it if you share with others and get more people to join the family. That video that I did previously was actually a shift from my normal content. So I do look forward to putting more content out like that. So I would so much appreciate it if you were to give me some ideas in the comment section down below of what kinds of videos you would like to see from me in the future. And I'll be sure to make those kinds of videos as well. But also in this channel, I will be speaking about what I like and what I'm passionate about. And if this video isn't something that you are actually interested in, I would still appreciate you sticking around and subscribing, because I will be putting out other videos that you might like in the future. But also, if it's something that's new to you, maybe stick around and watch this video, and maybe you can learn something and maybe find interest in it as well. But other than this kinds of videos, I will be doing intentional living vlogs is what I'm looking forward to doing this year. I'm looking forward to healthy living and just being healthy and growing up in your 20s. I'm currently 22, so I'm just kind of documenting my 20s so far. And so if that sounds like something that you can relate to or something that you're interested in, do subscribe. But why I'm making this video today is because some of you may know that I am a birth doula. And I feel like there's not a lot of awareness surrounding the topic, and I feel like a lot of people don't actually know what doulas are and what we can offer, what we bring to the table. And so this is why I'm making this video today. So if you like it, please like, subscribe, and yeah, let's get into it. So let's start with what is a doula. A doula is basically a person that supports a mother during her pregnancy, through labor and birth, and even through postpartum, post-birth. And we provide physical support, mental support, as well as emotional support for the mother. However, me personally as a doula, I don't see my only role being supportive of the mother, although she will be my main focus. But in supporting her, I try to create a safe and calm birthing space in general, which means I provide support for the partner, the husband, the father, whoever it may be that is with the mother, any other family members that are there as well as the nurses or the medical practitioners that are in the space. So the reason why we keep a calm, supportive, peaceful and safe birthing space is because we want to create a space where emotions such as love and joy and safety can flow freely through the mother, because these emotions, along with the hormones that come with them, are very conducive to the release of oxytocin, which is the main hormone responsible for birth and labor, as well as breastfeeding and bonding with the baby and partner during the postpartum phase. My goal as a doula is to work alongside the medical team, as well as the mother's support team, partner, family, whoever that may be, to create a cohesive, loving, safe and calm environment for this new person to enter the world. Birth is a very sacred practice, and it's very intimate and deep, and it's a huge moment in both a mother, a father and the actual baby's life. This birth can be a flashbulb memory moment and something that you'll always vividly look back on. And so as a doula, I want this moment to be as magical as it can be, as the way God created it to be. I can't deny that birth can also be hard, it can be painful, but that is all part of the process, and at the outcome I want the mother and the father to feel like they've overcome a challenge and they've done something so amazing to give birth to a child. When a woman taps into that innate feminine power that she has inside of her and pushes a baby out and births a baby, it is the most addictive thing I can think of. And I say addictive in the sense that it's actually contagious. The hormones that a woman has during this birthing process can actually be spread out into the air, and as a doula, as a partner, as a nurse, as a doctor, you can truly feel that power and feed off of it. And so that is why it is important to me that all the people in the birthing space are connected to this mother and to this baby. Okay, so these are some of the roles of a doula. My role as a doula in the birthing space is that if I see the mother is getting anxious, then I know that she needs to be able to feel calm, and so I can give her a breathing exercise to help her calm her breath and tap into her power, and so that she can feel calm and at peace with what is going on. Or if I see that a mother is in a lot of pain and she maybe physically needs help, then I can start to give her a massage if she's comfortable with that, to help her ease that pain. A doula holds a calm and safe birthing space for all that accompany that space, which is what I spoke about before. Keeping a calm environment around this mother and this baby to ensure that everyone feels safe and at peace. A doula gives power to the mother to have agency over her own birth. This is very important to doulas because a mother could maybe have what on paper seems like a traumatic birth, meaning maybe she had a set birth plan or birth preference and it didn't go the way she wanted it to, and she had to have an emergency C-section. And that on paper, women might think that that's not a very good birth. However, if the mother in that situation was in complete control, she knew what was happening, she made all the decisions that was best for her and for her baby, and she felt in charge of her own birth, she might rate that birth as a very good experience. On the other end of the spectrum, a woman might have on paper a perfect birth, meaning that she maybe went into spontaneous labor, she had a very short labor, very quick birth, and baby just came out just like that. But maybe she felt like she wasn't mentally there, she wasn't connected to her body, she didn't know what was going on. She might have just gone with whatever anybody else told her to do and not actually make any informed decisions about her own birth. And then she might have actually rated that birth as a negative experience. So it's very important to us as a doula that as long as mom knows what she wants and she is able to stand up for herself and speak for herself and make her own decisions regarding her birth, that she'll have a really good experience. So with that, doulas encourage mothers to have control and power of their own birth, and we do this by feeding them birthing affirmations, encouraging them, motivating them, to enlighten them to their own power. Most of the time as a doula, I initially encourage a mother, but once I see that she can do it on her own and I see that recognition in her face that wow, I'm actually doing this, I'm in my power, then I just leave her. I leave her to do what she needs to do because I can see that she is in control and she now takes the lead of her own birth. Doulas recognize that birth is a sacred experience that the mother will remember for her whole life. A woman's birth is actually the introduction to her motherhood. So the birth process or her experience during birth can actually impact the type of mother that she becomes after the birth. And so that is what doulas can recognize and see, that we need to make sure that our mother has the best birth experience ever so that she can have a good experience going into motherhood. Not to say that this is always the case. There are things like postpartum depression, and as a doula we recognize this as well, and it is something that we can help women overcome as well going into postpartum. And that is why I say that doulas not only support the mother during the birth or the pregnancy, but we also support the mother during the postpartum, we help her to recognize those feelings, speak about those feelings, acknowledge them and feel them so that she can overcome them and then become a stronger mother. So as doulas, we understand the physiology of birth, which is basically the physical, emotional and mental hormonal aspects that go into birth. And so since we know this entire process, we are equipped to best support the mother in specifically what she needs, specifically at different stages of labor and birth. We can see what is happening physically and we understand the emotional connection that a woman might have to her birth. Another role as doulas is that we can have antenatal classes with a mother and her partner so that they can understand the process of birth as well as come up with birth preferences or a birth plan so that they are fully prepared and equipped to go into the birth and they kind of know beforehand what they are going to get into. This helps them to be able to make informed decisions when it comes to their birth. Something else that we do as doulas as well is that we facilitate the communication between the mother and the partner as well as the mother and the care providers, the medical professionals. And this is where things can get a bit blurred because as doulas, we don't have any medical authority over the birth. We can't tell the mother what she needs medically and what she can and can't do and whether she needs a C-section or not or whether she needs to have an epidural or not. Obviously, all of those decisions actually fall on the mother. The mother should be able to make those informed decisions about her birth. But also when it comes to medical intervention, we can only communicate what she feels that she needs and communicate that over to her medical professional. For example, a lot of the times a hospital has a certain policy where they expect mothers to progress in their labor at a certain rate. And if a woman comes in and she's in spontaneous labor and for her birth preferences that she doesn't really want much medical intervention and she's laboring naturally but she's not progressing at the rate that the doctors want her to, then they might come and try to augment the labor, which means they want to try and intervene in the way that they want to make the labor go faster. But let's say the woman doesn't want that. As the mother, she is within her right to decline such a procedure because there's no medical necessity for that procedure. So she may communicate that to the medical staff, and me as the doula, I can facilitate that communication so that there's no misunderstanding and there's no bad energy that is transpired between the mother and the medical staff so that everyone remains calm. And then lastly, as doulas, we like to be the stillness in the birthing space because sometimes it can get pretty chaotic if you have nurses in and out of the birthing space. Sometimes even the partner, if it is the first birth that they witness, it can be very chaotic, it can be very emotional because they are connected as well in the way that a doula is not. So as a doula, I can just keep my head screwed on basically and keep a constant sense of peace in the birthing space. Okay, so let us discuss some of the limitations of doulas and where our practice ends, right? So as I've mentioned before, doulas have no medical authority. One of the common misconceptions about doulas is that we are midwives or we birth babies. We have the ability to actually get the baby out, but this is not true. We don't have any nursing training or any medical training, so we don't have any medical authority. A midwife is a person who studied nursing and then specialized in midwifery as well. They have the ability to actually birth a baby as well as a gynecologist or doctor. It's also important to remember that the doula does not replace the birthing partner or the spouse or the family member that is there to support the mother. Rather, we support the birthing partner alongside the mother, and we also work with the birthing partner antenatally to help them understand what the mother is going through the birthing process so that they can better support their birthing partner. And then, like I said, doulas do not disrespect the medical staff or the nurses or the doctors that are present, but rather we advocate and negotiate for the mother's needs in the birthing space So this can be simply mediating between the two, between the mother and the medical staff, on what is happening, why things need to happen, and create an understanding between the two so that everybody feels heard and respected. And then, very important, a doula does not override a mother or speak on behalf of the mother or make decisions on behalf of the mother. Rather, we relay information to the mother so that she can make her own informed decisions and feel within her power to do so. It is a big no-no to strip a mother of her own power and take things into your own hands. In fact, the only time I'm really firm with a mother is when I can see that she's starting to panic and going into anxiety or an anxious mode, and that's when I need her to come back and center herself, and I tell her to look at me, breathe with me, you got this, come back into yourself. So it's basically just to redirect her back into her own power. I'm never taking that power away from her, and I'm never making decisions for her. In the best case scenario, I've seen the mother antenatally, so I've given her all the information that she needs to make her own informed decisions, and I trust her as much as she will trust me. It's a very intimate relationship between mother and doula. So as doulas, we do prefer to have an antenatal relationship with the mother so that they can trust us. We can also know them on a deeper level so that we know exactly what they need and their best coping strategies going forward into the birth. We love a mother who knows what she wants and has her birth preferences in order before the birthing phase. And so now I'm just going to read out a few benefits of having a doula based on the scientific research. Research was recently done by Professor Justice Hoffmeyer, the head of obstetrics and gynecology at Wits University. His study concluded the following. Women without continuous labor support were more likely to have an epidural or other regional analgesia to manage pain, use any type of pain medication including narcotics, give birth by cesarean section, give birth with vacuum extraction or forceps, give birth to a baby with a low APGAR score, rating of well-being 5 minutes after birth, be dissatisfied with or negatively rate their childbirth experience. Compared to women who gave birth with the support of a doula, they were 31% less likely to use a synthetic oxytocin to speed up labor, 9% less likely to use any pain medication, 34% less likely to rate their childbirth experience negatively. The study concluded that women who had support of a partner or family member did rate the birthing experience increasingly more positively than those who had no support at all, but this didn't have any influence on the medical interventions that were given to the mother. That's where a doula can come in more often, is that a doula can give you the information both to the partner and the mother surrounding medical interventions so that they can make informed decisions if they don't want a lot of medical interventions. So that's all I have for you today. I think I've given you guys a lot of information. It is a very talkative video, but I do hope that you enjoyed it. I hope that you benefited from this video, and I hope that you learned something new or maybe found your interest in something new. If you do know anyone who's pregnant, I would so much appreciate it if you were to send this to them so that they can also benefit from this video. And then also, me as a doula, I do provide online antenatal classes as well as in-person antenatal classes. So these are sessions with the mother that I go through before their labor so that they can have all the information that they need to go forth and conquer their labor on their own. But I do also support women in the labor and birthing experience in person as well as online. So if you do know of anyone who's pregnant, please do share this with them, and please do let them know that they can contact me if they would like to have me as their doula. So if you do have a friend who's pregnant and you'd like to give them a gift, I think the best gift that you can give them is either a session with me or me coming to their birth and supporting them. Also, if you have a woman in your life that recently gave birth and is maybe having a few challenges postpartum, whether it be with breastfeeding or postpartum anxiety, postpartum depression, anything like that, anything that they might want to talk about. Maybe they had a traumatic birth experience and they are trying to overcome that. Please do send them my way as well. Maybe I could help them. So yeah, that's all I have to say. Thank you so much for watching till the end of this video. I really hope that it interested you. Please give it a like if you did find this interesting. Comment down below any questions you might have for me surrounding birth or pregnancy, postpartum, anything with the doula. I'll be coming out with more fun content for you as well. So definitely remember to tell me what you would like to see from me in the future in the comments down below. And I'll see you soon, inshallah. Bye for now.